We've been reviewing the book from Paul Hajek from Clutton Cox. Don't even think about buying or selling your home until you've read this book. It's a 5-star rated Amazon book, and we've been going through the chapters, just really explaining some more information about these chapters. So you've sold your house, or you've just found the perfect house you're looking for, and for the purposes of argument, you've just instructed the non-fictitious conveyancing law firm Clutton Cox. So what happens next? Well, here's a list of commonly asked questions and some helpful answers. Question: what will conveyancing solicitors want from me prior to kick-off? Well, solicitors will want some information from you about you and your property to get matters started, and at regular intervals then report to you in writing or email at each stage of the transaction. Question: do you have to go and make an appointment to come to the office? Well, solicitors are able to do everything through the post, fax, email, or by telephone if you want to. There is some money laundering legislation, which means you've got to produce some identification and the solicitors have to make further online checks. But if you're local, feel free to pop in and see your conveyancing solicitor. Question: when do you actually have to hand over some money? Well, when you're purchasing, normally what happens is some money is asked for on account to cover the initial search fees, usually something like £250. Now this is held in a client account separately from the firm's own money, subject to the right to transfer and use the same in payment of legal fees and expenses. Money laundering risk management procedures, this is legal stuff, means that solicitors can't accept cash in excess of £300. Now, question: do you have to pay a deposit, and if so, when will it be needed? Well, yes, you do have to pay a deposit if you're buying a property. The solicitors will tell you when it's needed, and it should be a banker's draft or a building society cheque made payable to the solicitors, for example in this place, Clutton Cox. Do not accept personal cheques because it delays things, and if you are buying and selling, do not usually require any additional money to be paid over to the solicitors. Now, who lets the building society bank know when the new mortgage funds are required? Well, the solicitors will advise them of the date. They ask for the monies where possible to arrive the day before completion to avoid any delays on your moving day. Now, how soon do you receive the money that's due? Well, the solicitors post any balance in your favour to your new address within 7 days. They can also send the money directly to your bank account for a small additional fee. What time do you have to leave the keys to the property, and what do you do with the keys? Well, you should aim to vacate your property by midday and look to pick up the keys between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. depending on the length of the conveyancing chain. Please leave your keys with your estate agents and will release them to your buyer when the solicitors have called them to say the money has been received. Now, when can you get keys for your new property? Well, usually after lunch on the day of completion. There can sometimes be a delay when a big chain has been involved, and the money has to be received before sending your money. So, quite a simple process, but there gives you all of the frequently asked questions and the answers. But there are many more questions you may have. If there are, head to cluttoncox.co.uk, download the free conveyancing book, or simply get in touch with Paul Hajek and his team at Clutton Cox.